Why do you think people aren't successful? Why do you think people fail? And I think it comes down to those things. It's like it's the fear of photons that fall on an object that prevent people from starting, or when they do get hit one time, extrapolate that out till their deathbed and say, I will fail forever, and therefore I will not continue. If there's things that I would take with me until I die, it will be the frames. Because you can lose it all, and then if you lost everything tomorrow, you'd be back in 12 months. You know what I mean? I remember when I lost everything the second time, I just lost all the gyms and all the money and everything. And it was just like thinking that was the thing that I had lost rather than the thing that I had gained that was non-material being the more valuable of the two. That was like one of my big lessons. And I feel like you obviously have far more of those than I do, but that one stuck with me. I think I definitely still have a degree of my self-worth wrapped in the things we do and the companies we own and stuff like that. If all of those, I think the difference between like rich people and poor people, successful people, not successful people, is the degree to which they attribute or give power to their circumstance, right? And so the difference between a self-made billionaire who started with nothing and someone who else started with nothing is not the resources, obviously, because they both started at zero. So what else is it? It's their resourcefulness, not the resources. If we give power to circumstance, then we cast power outside of ourselves. If we give power to other people, we cast power outside of ourselves. And so it's controlling the controllable. And when I say that quote, a lot of that is how, that quote is how I see selling. It's people cast power to their circumstances, and my job is to get them to unfuck themselves around the power that they have just cast to something they cannot control. And so if I can just get them to even just own the fact that they suck, that's good enough, because they actually can own it, and there is pride in that. You can take pride in the fact that you admit that there's a deficit, right? But the only thing you can't take pride in is casting and being a victim, right? Like no one moves forward. Even if you're right, it doesn't serve you, right? If you're born with one less leg than you should, you're right. You're not going to be, you have a disadvantage at being a sprinter. Like you have a disadvantage, but it doesn't serve you in any way to admit it.